Happy day, happy Thursday. I'm Maeve. If you're new to me and you need to let me know anything about your practice, or if you've taken my class a number of times and you need to let me know anything about your practice, go ahead, put it in the chat bar. We're gonna start sitting. If you're not comfortable sitting, find another position that you're comfortable in. And then let your hands rest palms down on your legs. And then if it's okay, allow the eyes to soften. And then just bring your awareness to your breathing. I'm not asking you to change your breathing. I'm asking you to just be cognizant of how you're breathing in, how you're breathing out. Simple act of bringing your mind to your breath can change how you feel, can change how the breath moves in and out of your body. It might not, but it might. But it does set us up for this path of awareness. I like to think of our breath as like the simplest form of us, of our being here. And then we layer on all these things, these thoughts, these muscles, these movements. But at the core of all of it is our breath. You're going to stay in your breath, stay aware of it, come onto your hands and your knees. And then just root down. Plug your shoulders toward the sky. Firm the outer upper arms in, the inner upper arms out. And then stretch your right leg back and float it up off the ground. When you float the leg up, notice if the back wants to arch here. You're going to contain the belly, get a little longer in the leg. And then notice if you fall off to the left side, try to pin the left hip in, and then float the left arm forward. Anything that's in the ground is foundational. Press down. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbow, knee come together. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, expand. And then exhale, contract, empty the breath. Inhale. And exhale. And if you can, you're making contact, elbow, knee together. So you get this little isometric bracing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, open up, keep the leg up, put the left hand down, tuck the left toes, come into three-legged dog. Press your hands down, all the knuckles, the fingertips. And when you do that, start to feel the wrists lift a bit.
So you can get the ears between the biceps, the gaze toward the back leg. And then take a breath in. Exhale, knee into your chest, round the upper back. Inhale, sweep back. Exhale, draw in. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. 1 more time, inhale. And then exhale. Place your right foot forward. Put your left knee down. And then rise up. Anjaneyasana. Push into this front foot. And then let the hips drop. Push into the front foot feather, and then let the hips drop. Drop up on the pubic bone. Beautiful. Back ribs, lifting your hands higher. Back foot, stabilizing. One more inhale. Bring the hands down. Left hand stays down. Right knee, you're going to pull it with you. You're going to pull the right knee with you. You're going to pull, 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 pull back and take it out to the side. You're stabilizing with this left foot. And it might feel crazy. And that's okay. Good. Reach forward, reach back. Place the knee down, and then the left leg goes back. And as you stretch the left leg back, notice if the belly releases toward the floor. Zip it up. Pin the right hip in, take the right arm forward. Everything that's grounding down is foundational and is important to your stability. Breath in, elbow, knee together. Inhale. Exhale. Move with your breath. Extend out. Put the right hand down, tuck the right toes. 3-legged dog. Pause. Root your hands, use your fingertips, use the knuckles of each finger. Smooth out your breath. Next exhale, knee into chest, shift forward. Inhale back. Exhale, draw in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale back. And then exhale down the center, place your foot. Right knee down. Root down to rise up. Anjaneyasana. Yes. Beautiful. Front foot presses down and then energetically pulls back. Even though you're not going to see a change of the position of it on the floor, it pushes down and draws back. Back leg that's down, presses down and energetically draws forward. So you get this sense of pulling toward each other. This lift in the pelvic floor. And then use your back ribs to send your fingers higher, to send your arms higher. And don't worry if your shoulders are lifting up. It's fine. You don't need to depress them down.
Just focus on lengthening the arms, expanding the back ribs, and gentle contraction in the front body. Last inhale, and then release your hands down. Good. I'm going to shift into this right hand. I'm going to bring the left knee with you. Take your time out to the side. And it might take like a few kind of taps down to find yourself here. And then extend the arm, the leg. Come into plank. Lift both knees up. Breathe. Consider walking the hands about 4 inches forward. If that's good, keep it. You can always put your knees down. Consider taking another hand's length forward. And then maybe take it a little more forward and a little out to the side. So taking the hands wider than your shoulders. And then slowly back in, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen the spine halfway, half forward fold. And then exhale, full forward fold. Drop the head, drop the torso, lift the hips. Rise, inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. And then bring your hands into your heart with your exhale. Beautiful. Pause here, a few breaths, just breathing here. Allow your breath to be your engine, to guide you in how fast or how slowly you are moving. I'm moving you the framework. You're putting all the color on it. Release your hands down. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hands, step your feet back to plank. First vinyasa, either halfway down to Chaturanga Vinyasa or all the way down to the ground. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. And downward facing dog with your exhale. Rise to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. And draw your hands to your heart, exhale. We go again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow forward. Offer your heart, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Look where you're going. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, follow the breath to forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, gaze slightly forward,
Plant your hands, Chaturanga, exhale. Rise and open, inhale, up dog. And down dog, exhale. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Bend your knees, lower your hips, lift your heart, Utkatasana. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise. And down dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Knee into your chest, exhale. Inhale, stretch back. Now listen, take your right leg, cross it behind your left. So bring the right toes to the outside of the left foot, the ankle. Shift forward to plank. Squeeze the legs as one. Lower halfway down, Chaturanga. Come back up to plank, inhale. And then press into downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet, please. And then pause here. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold down. So left calf, pushing into right shin, pushing into left calf. You have a few breaths here to explore however you want. If you want to walk your hands over to the right, or maybe walk your hands over to the left, whatever feels good, maybe try both, see what feels good. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice, yes. Fantastic. And then with your inhale, pull your heart forward, pull your gaze forward. Look where you're going. Walk your hands out to plank. And then pause. Squeeze the legs as one. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Stay in plank. Cross the knee over to the left. Extend the right leg out. Turn the left heel down. And then opening up, left hand reaches up, maybe overhead. And then left hand down. Come up onto the left toes. Pivot over to the pinky side of your left foot and consider bringing this right knee up with you. Vashisthasana. And then right foot, top of the mat. Crescent pose, rise up. So same energy we had in Anjaneyasana. Front foot, back foot drawing toward each other. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. So good. Marla, hi. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh. Take a couple more breaths here. Good. Reach the heart forward, straighten the back leg. Reach the heart forward, straighten the back leg. Hinge at that right hip, and then sweep the arms back behind you. Push off the back toes. Start to take your chest toward your right thigh. Bend your right leg, and then lift the left leg up. Good. So right knee stays bent. It's like you're a dive bombing bird. You're like heading down. You see a delicious fish. Sorry if you're vegan. Delicious fish. Diving down, that's you right now. Birds can't help it, they like the fishies. Yes, 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 beautiful. Stay in it and breathe. Yes, I love hands to the floor if you need it, but stay in it. Bring the right hand down, roll open, half moon. Good, left hand comes around to the ground, left knee comes to your right calf, Jiva squat. Pull your left heel toward your sitting bones. Lift your heart, sink a little deeper. And then really almost like sneaky, just come to chair pose. Put the left foot down. Pause. Take a breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Please know that you can skip every single chaturanga, every vinyasa. Make it your own. Inhale, left leg back from down dog. Exhale, knee into your chest. Stretch the leg back. Cross left behind right. Shift back into plank. Squeeze the legs. Halfway down, chaturanga. Come back up to plank. Down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Good. And then pause here. Left shin pushes into right calf. Right calf pushes into left shin. So there's this squeezing action. And then again, just as we did on the other side, you have time here to explore. So if you want to take the hands over to one side and lengthen the side body, and then maybe to the other side, you might want to just stay put in the center, and that's fine too. It's not just fine, it's fantastic. And start to make your way back through center. Pull the heart forward, look where you're going. Without lots of sway side to side, walk yourself back out to your plank. And pick up the left leg. Cross it over to the right. And fall in triangle. Opening up. Beautiful. And then bring the right hand down. Come up onto the right toes and start to pivot to the pinky side of the right foot. Pull that left knee up if it's okay. And come into Vashisthasana. And then step the left foot forward. Crescent pose. Draw the feet toward each other to rise, rise, rise. And start to power up the back leg. That's your anchor. And you start to hinge from the left hip and draw the heart forward. And then reach the arms back. And you start to push from those back toes and shift into the front foot, drawing up. Bend the left leg. In your dive bomb, take that right leg as high as you can from the glute, and then lengthen that leg back. Stretch the hands for your right foot. If you need to, use your hands on the floor or on blocks. Totally a great version for you. And then right knee's going to come to your left calf. You're going to lift your heart. You're going to come into Jiva. Pull the right foot up toward the sitting bones. Pick one. Or maybe toward your sacrum. But lift the foot up. Sink down. And
And then we unravel this. I went out of order, didn't I? Haha, that's all right, I'm gonna fix it next time. Come into half moon, it's all good. We're gonna fix it, and then I'm gonna really practice it on the next round, because yes, we're gonna do it again. Open up, half moon. It won't kill us. It's because that's one of my favorite transitions from Jiva into half moon. And I specifically didn't do it today because I love to do it. I do it all the time. This is what happens when you mix it up. All right, just so our transition is the same-ish, come back to Jiva. And then be sneaky about coming into chair. So you're just bringing that right foot around. Voila, take an inhale. Forward fold with your exhale. Come halfway with your inhale. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. So as I mentioned, we're gonna do all that again. It's gonna move a wee bit faster and there might be some mini changes in here. Right leg. Stretches back, inhale. Knee into your chest, shift forward. Stretch just the right leg back, cross the leg behind the left, and then come halfway down, Chaturanga. Come back up to plank, and then downward facing dog. Keep the legs crossed. Walk your hands back to your feet. Pull the heart forward. Come forward again. Back up to plank. Watch where you're going. Watch the swing of the hips. Take this right knee, cross over to the left, fallen triangle, opening up. Left hand down, pivot around to the pinky side of your left foot, Vashisthasana. And then right foot top of the mat. Crescent pose, inhale. So you're gonna bow, sending the heart forward, but just part way. And then lifting off and dive bombing. Lift that left leg. Half moon, right hand comes down. Roll it open. And then left hand comes around for Jiva. Sweep the arms up. Bring the feet together, chair. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Vinyasa or down dog. Left leg, inhale it back. Knee into your chest, shift forward. Take just the leg back, cross left behind right, and then Chaturanga. Come back up to plank, walk your hands back to your feet. Lengthen, look where you're going, controlled walk out. Left leg lifts, cross to the right, extend. Fallen triangle. Yes. Bring the hand back down. Flip it around to the right hand, right foot, Vashisthasana. And then left foot comes to the top of your mat. Crescent pose, inhale. Hinge from the left hip, send your spine forward, reach the hands back. Take your chest to your left thigh and start to lift the right leg up, dive bombing down. Push to open up, half moon. And then come around to Jiva. Bring your feet together. This time stay here in chair. Pick up your heels. Come into a toe stand and start to sink. Start to sink, start to sink. And then come all the way down to your backs if it's okay. Good. All right. Left leg down, right leg up. Take this right leg, cross it on top of the left leg, squeeze the legs together. So as you start to squeeze the legs together, they become one. Your glutes wake up a little bit. Hollow the belly. Let it kind of just concave energetically. Lengthen your tailbone for your heels, and then bring your hands behind your head. Inhale, and then exhale, curl the shoulders up off the ground. And then we just lift. Exhale, inhale. Your legs are squeezing the whole time. Again. Make it about your breath. Your shoulders and your head are going to rest down. Your right leg lifts to the sky. If your hamstrings are tight, put a bend in your knee so it doesn't have to be suffering. Keep that leg lifted. Elbows out wide. Head is pressing back gently. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg lifts. You tap the right heel, and then you lower the leg. If it's okay, you just hover the leg off the ground. Exhale it up. Inhale it down. So if this feels fairly easy for you, congratulations. But if you do want to make it a little harder, maybe start to lower the right leg toward the floor a bit more so the range of motion is actually smaller. Can you keep your shoulders broad? Last two. Perfect. Right leg comes down, left leg comes up. Cross left leg on top of your right leg, and then just take a second. Squeeze the legs together. Push the heels down. Allow your belly to kind of get heavy and concave just a little bit. And that's an energy, not a visual. Yes. And then lift the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So come back to simplest form, your breath. And then we're layering on, right? We're asking our body to move. We're asking our body to be stable and strong. If you need modifications, maybe you need a break. Maybe you just need to hold this as an isometric instead of lifting. Whatever it is that you're getting from this, listen. Don't just take notes, make changes as needed. So as you receive feedback, don't wait till the next time you do this to make a change to it. Do it now. I like to personally take my fingers to the base of my head, the top of my neck where it meets my skull, and just gently, almost like a massage, put a little pressure into that space and then let the head drop into the fingers so that I know I'm not using my neck to lift here. Last two. Release it down. I'm going to keep your hands here if it's okay, elbows out wide. Good, just pause, breathe. Lift the left leg up. So we're looking to neutralize our spine, not arching, Not necessarily imprinting, just staying right down the middle with that position. And you're going to lift the right leg up to tap, and then bring it back down. Exhale it up, inhale it down. I'm actually not so hung up on where you inhale or exhale here, but breathe. And then just like we did on the first side, if you want, you can make it harder by lowering the top leg, the left leg a little bit more toward the ground. You don't have to. Harder is not always better. Contain the front ribs. And then both legs stay up. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Really beautiful. Put your feet flat on the ground. Press your feet down. Press your shoulders down. Press your elbows, triceps, hands down. Rise into bridge pose. Maybe draw the shoulders directly under your body. So like shoulder under shoulder. Stretch the knees forward. Outer legs, not just the thigh, outer legs, so the shin as well, gently pressing in. Let the big toe and the base of the big toe get a little bit heavier, and encourage that by moving the outer shin in. And then at the same time, lift the arch, so you're not just collapsing down into the arch. One more inhale, and then exhale, release it down. Shoulders curl up, legs extend up. Option to bring the arms overhead. One more inhale. Exhale, release it. Bridge pose or upward facing bow. Inhale. Rise up. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. One more inhale, and then release down with your exhale. So good. So good. Low boat pose again, or hollow hold. Lifting the legs, lifting the shoulders, maybe arms overhead. Last inhale, exhale, release. One more back bend. You choose or skip it. Last inhale, and then down, exhale. Inhale, boat pose, lifting up. So good. Beautiful. Cross at your shins, Chaturanga Vinyasa, or simply step back, downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. Right leg back, inhale. Right knee into your chest, exhale. Inhale, just the leg back. Cross behind the left, Chaturanga. Come back up, pause. Right knee over to left tricep, fallen triangle, open it up. Left hand down. Pivot to the left foot, Vashisthasana.
maybe knee up. Right foot forward. Crescent. So we've done some back bends. Maybe this comes a little more open. And then build the strength. Pull the belly in. Think of that hollow hold, that low boat to come here. Sweep the arms back. And then lift off, we dive bomb. Open up, half moon. Good, coming around. Take your time, bend both of the knees. Jiva squat. Bring the feet together, chair, pause. Pick up the heels. Toe stand. Stay here for a couple breaths or lower down. Bring your hands down, bring your knees into your triceps. Tip forward, scoop the belly up. Use those belly muscles we just woke up. And then when you're ready, Chaturanga. Rise to open. Dog pose, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Knee into chest, exhale. Inhale the leg back, cross, and then Chaturanga. Come back up, left knee over to right arm. Fallen triangle. Yeah! Bring it back down and around, Vashisthasana. Step the left foot forward. Stabilize pelvis, legs. Open the heart. Crescent. Pull the belly back. Hinge forward. Dive bomb, take off, lift that back leg up. And then opening up. Half moon. Yeah. I don't know how I put myself into the furniture. Come into Jiva. And then simply into chair. Good. Minimize all that sway, yeah? Pick up the heels. Toe stand, sink down, sink down, sink down. Lift the heart, stay here. Or hands come down. And then crow, Bakasana. Draw the thumbs toward each other. Draw the elbows in toward each other. Scoop that belly up. Chaturanga when you're ready. Open and rise. And dog pose. Beautiful. Smooth out your breath. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, bring your feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Right knee lifts. Cross your ankle on your thigh and then sink. Good. This is perfect right here. So we always feel like we have to go further from here. This is perfect. You don't have to go anywhere else but here. But if you want, you can sink deeper. And you can start to bring the chest toward the shin and then the hands toward the ground. And you can start to wrap this foot around your shoulder. And then you start to take weight in your hands. And don't overthink it. Think of crow. No big deal. And you just tip and lift. I'm going to come back out the same way you came in. I'm going to cross. Right leg on top. So not just an ankle, the whole leg. And then maybe you wrap it. And we're coming into eagle. Right arm comes under, left arm on top. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then sneaky like chair pose. So you're going to have two options here. Chair pose to forward fold with the breath. Chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Or chair pose. Hands down,
Little hop. Inhale, exhale and hop. Couple more. And then stay in chair. Pick up the left knee, cross the ankle on the thigh. And then sink. And you don't have to go anywhere. And when I say that, I really truly mean that. Good. And if you want to explore, yes, polo, you can go for it. Good cat. Yes, Jean. These are so good. If you're looking to fly, so many important pieces, but I can't stress enough, this left foot wraps around the arm. You gotta create like a little hook here. And then triceps to shin. And then back out the same way you came in. Cross left over right, maybe wrap. Left arm under, right arm on top. Eagle. Apparently it's all about birds today. Eagle, flying pigeon, dive bombing bird. Yes, that wasn't on purpose, by the way. So nice, Joanna. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, yes. And then we sneak into chair. And then you have that same option. Chair, forward fold. Chair, forward fold, hop. Play with it. Have some fun. And you might find you get that little catch. Yes. Nice job. And then everybody, forward fold. Beautiful. Separate your feet hips distance. First 2 fingers and thumbs, wrap your big toes. Inhale, pull your heart, your gaze forward, your spine forward. And then exhale, draw down. Elbows go wide, shoulders away from the ears. So using that toe lock to create this, like, I always think of it as like a circle of energy. From the hands, around through the arms, through the shoulders. And then halfway, inhale. Take your whole hand, put the foot on top of your palm, your toes at your wrists, and then melt down Padahastasana. Beautiful. And then inhale, pull the heart forward. Release your hands. Take your feet as wide as you need to. Turn the toes open as much as you need to come into Malasana. So good. Release your hands down to the ground. Step to plank. Stretch your right leg back. And then bring the right foot forward. if you just want a different version, go for it. So if you visualized, attempted any of the above, flying pigeon, feel this shape here. So that back leg is strong. So in flying pigeon, that back leg gives you stability. It helps you to fly. So it's strong. We get all this emphasis on the front leg. Don't forget the back guide. And then come around. And as you give that friend in back a little more attention, push down into the toenails. Push down into the ball of the foot if you have the toes tucked. I'm not particular about either one, but just use that back foot. And then notice what's happening in the front. Push into the pinky side of that right foot. Allow the shin to give some pressure into the floor. So rather than just arriving here and kind of going splat, create some resistance down. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I invite you to explore the pose however you want. Last few breaths here. And then we're going to switch sides with as little fanfare as possible. Just taking one leg back, bringing the other one forward. Giving some attention to this leg and back, to all the foundation points. Cutting the pinky side of that front foot down into the ground, like you would if you were in Vashisthasana. It's the same energy in the ankle, and that goes for the all versions, thread the needle, double pigeon, same thing. Really nice. So from wherever you are, we're going to come into a wide leg, Upavishta Konasana. Wide leg, seated. Nice. Backs of the legs pressed down. Heels, feet stretch away from the socket of the hip. You can point your toes, you can flex your feet back. Whatever makes you feel more connected here, you can do something somewhere in between. Feel the sitting bones rooting. Come back to your breath, feel the length. So if it feels like you're fighting yourself here, make it easier. Maybe bring the legs a little narrower, maybe bend the knees, maybe pop your hips up, or bring your hands behind your back and give yourself some support behind the hips. If it feels good, consider coming forward. can help yourself up with your hands, but see if you can use the strength of your legs to rise back up. Good. And then bring the legs across. Take a gentle twist. And then switch it. I'm going to finish today in a seated meditation. If you would like to come into Shavasana, legs at the wall, whatever brings you joy, I want you to do that. But find your finishing position. And then allow softness to come not only into your body, but into your breath, into your general demeanor, allowing any need to control to kind of fall away. Don't feel like you have to power your thoughts out of your mind. Just be soft here and allow whatever process wants to happen in this last moment of your practice to actually happen. Allow your breath to deepen. Start to come back into your body. And if you're lying down, make your way to seated. If you're seated, you're already here. And once you are seated, bring your hands together at your heart. Allow the breath to be easy. I do my best to just give you a platform, a space to explore this practice and to not bring outside events in, giving you this moment to just be with yourself, because we're constantly bombarded by everything, right? All the news and what's happening in the world. And it's not that I don't care. I do. I care deeply. But I do hope that this is a space for you to explore yourself. If there's anything that I can offer you, is that. A space for self-exploration. I always think of this practice as being magical, but it's really not. I mean, it is magical, but it's not. It's we know these things to work. Mindfulness, breathing, moving our bodies. It's not like wizardry. We know it works, but it does feel magical. At least for me, I hope for you. Connecting to each other. Breathe in fully. Exhale, bow your mind to your heart, connecting to yourself. Rise with your inhale, eyes open gently. I so appreciate you being here. I so appreciate you sharing your practice. Have a beautiful day.